Now, in Australia, there was a shocking, brutal attack on Indians by Khalistan supporters. And the Khalistan supporters thrashed even students who were holding tricolour in their hand. Take a look closely on these visuals on your screen. These Khalistan goons attacked Indians who were carrying a Tiranga in Melbourne, in Australia. The shocking incident coming to the fore, where Indian students were attacked, constantly beaten up, and even the tricolour then broken, thrown, an absolute disrespect being shown to the national tricolour. Now, this happened at the Federation Square in Melbourne, revealing a group of men whose faces clearly visible on your screen, and with Khalistan flags charging toward another group of people who have Indian flags. Many of those who've been attacked and beaten up are young students. This after 3 separate temples in Melbourne have been defaced with pro-Khalistan slogans and anti-India graffiti, and that clearly done by the Khalistan supporters. Attack first happened on ISKCON's Hare Krishna temple recently in the Albert Park on 23rd Jan. Then before that they had vandalized the historic Sri Shiva Vishnu temple on 17th January, and the first one was the Swami Narayan temple, which was defaced on 12th January. Victoria Police has condemned the attack and have given out a statement informing 2 people have been arrested following the violent attack. Authorities will conduct an investigation in the matter. An absolute shocking attack, and is this perhaps an alarm for the police in Australia to realize that something is brewing there in this country? And joining me now from Australia is the editor-in-chief of Australia Today, Jitarth Bharadwaj. Jitarth, we've spoken earlier as well, but earlier we were speaking about defacing and looking at it as an alarm. But this has now got physical. The aggression shown by some of these Khalistan extremist goons is for all to see. What did the police say, and what exactly unfolded? How did it turn into a scuffle?
See, I'll be very wary of using the word scuffle. It was an open attack by Khalistani goons on peaceful Tiranga playing Indian Australians. And it's unfortunate that the Victoria Police was unable to protect its own citizens here in Melbourne, heart of Melbourne, where at least 40 police van was present. Despite that, these Khalistan goons were able to attack these people, Indian Australians, with number of arms and ammunitions. You know, you can see these. They were not only the poles which were used. There were knives, and one probably made to purpose kind of a. There was a knife put on the first end of the pole, which was used to attack one of the boys who was, most people have missed that pictures, but that is disgusting. The cut are severe on his head, and I can't tell you the way 2 of them are Britishers. They were threatening right in middle of Federation Square, Australian citizens, to telling them to F off from here. I mean, how can they survive in Australia? They should be thrown out of this place.
Jitarth, do try and help us understand here, because there is growing Khalistan extremism and support coming in, for example, in Canada. How has it started to transform even in Australia? Because earlier many wanted to take it lightly that, nobody knows who's defacing the temples. But now it's very clear it's leading to physical attacks against Indians, even students. So how has that development come forth? And secondly, can you tell us about those injured as well, the Indian students who were attacked?
The one of the students, young boy, you can see him in the pictures.
Yes.
He was beaten by poles, so his injuries are kind of on shoulder, his ear is a little bit cut or something, but the major injury come to 3 seasoned people. One of them is an IT consultant who was present at that Federation Square with his wife. Can you imagine somebody going to Federation Square playing Indian national flag, and he severely beaten? 4 fingers have been broken. How can we, police was right there next to him and nobody saved him. Probably they were too busy doing different things, but
yes,
this is the end result, that gentleman, his fingers, left hand 3-4 fingers have been broken by because they were hitting with the pole. And
Jitarth, continue to get us the details coming in from Australia. This is disturbing because it has gone on from defacing the Hindu temple walls with the anti-India, anti-Hindu and pro-Khalistan graffiti to now physically attacking those who are holding the tricolour in Australia. And we hope that the Australian police is taking cognizance of this matter. Even this time, remember, had it not been for the few personnel, the situation could have turned much worse. Jitarth Bhardwaj, Editor-in-Chief of Australia Today, with the latest on that.